All right, everybody. Well, welcome to the Monday night call and training. We are excited. I am Stephanie Dunn, and this is Joel Dunn. And we have a super amazing guest on tonight. And for those of you that don't know who we are, hi and welcome. There's so many new faces coming along the ride. So we're excited to introduce you and teach you how simple it really is. Like, just don't overcomplicate it because it's just kind of crazy when you make that decision to learn, and apply all the tips that we've been getting. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's the
just
key word, apply.
yes, yes, yes. So we're gonna constantly give you what you need. It's up to you really to actually take the action to make it happen. And so, Joel and I have been around for 15 years, and
Like
you can share a story.
15 and a half years.
Yeah.
Guys, we were dinosaurs. Back in the day when we got started, there was no such thing as Zoom. We had this thing called MySpace. And I don't know if you were around back then, but that's when the economy crashed, and we had gone from being business owners and having gym franchises and rental properties to losing all of those in the downturn. And we were actually standing in food lines trying to save up enough money so that we didn't lose our primary house, the house that we lived in.
Mhm.
We had cars repossessed from our front yard. We didn't know then that this is what God was going to put in our laps to save us. You know, we were hard workers. We were always wondering why we were in the position that we were in, because if you just point us in the right direction, we'll do the work. We'll get the things done. The difference was we weren't in the right vehicle. And when God dropped it works into our lap, Stephanie wanted nothing to do with it. I was 10,000% on board, and she reluctantly went in the direction of go and just crushed it.
Well, yeah, because I think a lot of people sometimes they just think, oh, it's one of those things. And that was me. I didn't want to be that person again because we had done other network marketing companies, got you guys. And this is still what's blowing my mind is I didn't want it, but I wanted the product. And so I just thought, you know what, I'll just share that. Like, here's your opportunity. You can choose. There's no stress on me. You can either get the product as a customer or make some money and use the product. And it just made sense. Like, why not? Why not try to make some extra money? And I just took that pressure off of me. So if you're like, man, I haven't even thought about just taking that pressure off, do that. And even say that when you're talking to people because it does make them go, oh, they're not just trying to sell me something. And that's exactly what I did. And here we are 15 years later, still doing the thing. And you guys, what I love about this is people are trying to copy us. Other companies, I love this. They can't figure it out. And so when I see people having the success, I'm like, man, we've got such a good system in play. If you just, again, apply it and get to work. And the reason I wanted Nikki on tonight is Heather messaged me and said, hey, can you make this image? Or she tagged me or something of Nikki getting her Christmas cash, her $1,000. And I was like, oh, is she new? Like, did she just join? Like, I don't know this name at all. And she's like, no, she's been in a while. And she just decided. And that was made me go, I need her on because there's so many people that maybe you've been in for a little while and you haven't taken that first step to do the things that we're sharing to have the success. And so instead of me constantly always saying, here's what we're doing to have success, it's hearing other people that a light bulb moment comes on and they actually apply what they've learned to go, okay, I'm ready to do that. So it's never too late. So, make sure that you're letting your team know that it's never too late to start. We just want you to start getting into action to start having the success and then be consistent with it. And that's why if you look at where I'm at is I'm consistent. I follow up. You're probably going to hear the same thing over and over of what I'm doing, of what everybody that's getting the $100 bonus, $200 bonus, the $1,000, it's literally doing the same thing and being and following up.
Guys, you would think after the 10th training of her hearing the same thing over and over again, you'd be like, oh, maybe I should do that. It's really that simple. Sometimes we feel like a broken record coming on here all the time and getting new people on to pretty much say the same thing, hoping that their story and the way that they say it either clicks with you or inspires you to go out and do the things that we know have the potential to change the life of you and your family.
That's right. So I don't want to take up more time. I was just excited. I wanted to share that briefly with you guys of like, I'm seeing people out there trying to do what we do and they just can't figure out how it is that we're getting the customers and growing the business, especially this time of the year of like having the success that the company is. So I'm excited for that. Nikki, I know that was kind of like a, oh my gosh, I threw you under the bus a little bit, but not really, because I love this story. You should be able to unmute, and I want you to kind of share the story of like what happened? Because maybe Heather was just, I don't know, feeding me a line. I don't think so, but I want to know, and everybody wants to know, okay, how did you earn your $1,000 and you're working on another one? So let's see if she can unmute.
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yay. I am
Yay.
I am so excited to have you on. You guys, and she's like, "I can talk." So I'm just gonna let her kind of share. I have a list of some questions, but everybody, always wants to know what's going on. And I did. I was like, "Oh, okay, well, what is she doing?" And so we want to hear it straight from you.
Yes. So I'm not sure if a lot of you guys know, but I joined this company 13 years ago. I was with the company for a good 6 years, I want to say 5 or 6 years, and I got all the way to almost triple diamond. And a lot of life happened, but this is awesome. This is so awesome. So much life happened. I had to take a good year off before I stopped working the business because my middle son, he is now 19, was diagnosed with ADHD. So I took a year off, but let me share this with you guys. It was beautiful. I was actually able to collect a paycheck. I went all the way from, double diamond all the way to an extra $500 that I was just collecting because of how strong I built the business. So, single mom, it was crazy. I kind of drifted away and I joined several multi level marketing companies. And it's not the same, guys. I've always been in touch with my It Works girls, my It Works people. I would always see them. I would always see you guys. You guys would just keep popping up, popping up, popping up on my feed. I'm like, dude, is this a sign? Well, like, what is this? I stood very close to Shauna. Her and I just connected so well. And I just love her to pieces. And she came to me and I do body sculpting, guys. So I have a business. I run 7 days a week. I do body sculpting. I'm in here now and I'm doing this in between breaks. And she came in, we had this conversation, and it was July 23rd. And it was when you guys had a really freaking awesome sale. And I was like, dude, this is dumb. Why don't I just do it? Paid my $35 for my business builder kit. And I was like, kind of like hiding, like I'm gonna do a soft launch. I'm gonna launch it softly. And you guys, I kind of have a little potty mouth. So Sean is like, what the fuck are you doing, Nikki? What are you doing? So October 1st, I literally launched my business on social media. I Fear can hold you back from so much, so much. October 1st, I launched, and now you guys, we are sitting on magic. We have a gold mine here. We have the best products ever. And I'm just so excited about it. And when you're excited, oh my gosh, you have no clue. You chase it, you run with it. And I saw this bonus. I'm like, dude, if they can do it, I can do it. So I just ran and then I got it. And then I'm like, how many times can you earn this, guys? They're like 5 times. I'm like, okay, well, let's try it again. So by the 30th, that's my mission. That's my goal, to earn it again. And we can always say, you know, I'm a busy mom. I am a busy mom also. Busy mom of three. I have a husband now, so I'm not a single mom anymore. I'm married now. I have a full-time business. There's just so many things that can get in our way, but we have to get out of our way in order to just chase this. You guys, we have goals. Like, we're going to be ambassadors, all of us, this dang team, and I it's just beautiful. And there's a difference with this team also. It's the community, it's the love. It's you won't feel this anywhere else. I'm just saying. You will not feel this anywhere else. And it's just the feeling of, I don't know. I can't even explain the feeling being part of this team because you always have somebody there looking for you, asking if you're okay, if you need help with anything, product knowledge. Oh my gosh, those boards, working all day long with my hands lubed up and body massage oil, I'm literally able to copy and paste. So you
So
guys,
you
go
said
ahead.
something important. I said, "What is she doing?" And I heard what you were doing, and it was you were utilizing the boards, you were doing the host to post, you were getting the messages out. So, is that exactly what you did? You just finally got over the fear, which a lot of people that is if they've never done it before, or maybe they had years ago and it's different. And they're like, "Oh no, what are people going to say again? Like she's back at it again," like, those things. So once you do get fear out, then it's just moving forward. And I love that you were
Mhm.
just like, okay, I'm moving forward. But where did you start? Did you start with, a post? Did you do host to post? Like, what did you do to get their customers and distributors?
So I've always been taught, especially with It Works, copy the right copycat, copy them. And Shauna was like, "Girl, you need to launch this. You need to post a selfie, and this is what you're gonna put." And she knows me so well. So what she did was she sent me voice memos. I'm gonna tell you, I'm copying the right copycat. I literally pulled out my son's phone and what is it? Voice text, and
Yeah.
I voice text myself, and I changed it to how I speak, and I posted it, and bam. I had so many people in my DMs, in my feed. Um, and that's just how it went. And all of a sudden I'm like, dude, what am I doing? So there goes my stories with before and afters, the Christmas cash, the 2 for $75 or the four for 150. You People say I can't afford this kind of stuff, you know? But we have very affordable products that are super clean, plant-based that everybody wants. I was with a company and it was gut health. I was spending on a very small, simplified package, $300 on that package. We can do gut health right here for 4 products for what, 150 right now. So I just run with promos because I love a good sale and people love a good sale too. And when you're speaking from your heart, everything is golden. They know. And also voice messages. I send lots and lots of voice messages because I can't touch my phone often. And when you have that connection with others, they're like, "Oh, she's really saying it from her heart, or she really means it, or she really wants to help me get to my goal." So that's just where I'm at.
I mean, you guys, it just sounds so simple. Like,
Is anyone else glowing as she talks because of how excited she is? Like her energy is coming through, at least over here to me. I don't know about, I mean, if the rest of you probably want to check your pulse because I'm just over here smiling the whole time she's talking.
well, and I think, looking at some people are like, "Oh, are the same boards?" Yeah, they're the same boards. If you have our boards, it's those boards. There's no, I mean, again, I use probably the same thing over and over and always just get get them in my inbox or get them to comment so I can open the door for a conversation. And so that's our job, you guys, is just to create a conversation. And whether that's getting a, post on your wall of, you have your Christmas presents done yet, your Christmas shopping done yet, just getting some interaction so people start seeing your things and being consistent with that because people are watching. They're always watching.
Mhm.
Um, and then getting those conversations going. And then, yes, utilize the boards. If you're new and you're like, I don't even know what she's talking about, that's okay. I remember those days of like, what is boards? What is a PM? That's a perk member. What are, key things you're going to learn along the way? The important thing is that you're on and that you're hearing from people that are having success and we're not just like telling you. So, a couple key things that you said that you guys, if you didn't write this down, I want you to write this down. She said, clean, plant-based, affordable product. That is a huge thing in this channel, especially is when you have products that people want, they're plant-based, FDA regulated, or not FDA approved, but I always say FDA regulated, and they're affordable. Our price point is so good, people want it and they're looking for that. So, those are some key words as you're learning and you're growing. Don't get discouraged because the more that you do it, the better that you get, right? Like I look back at some of my first messages or first things that I did and
Guys, I've been backing up her photos to a different place, and I've been seeing some of our photos and some of the things that we used to post. If you could just go back into her feed 5 years, you would probably laugh and run away.
yeah, but the key is I got it out there. People don't really care about that. They care like what do you have to help them? Because it's always about them. Like what do you have to help me? And so that was the key that I can look back at and go, well, I was just always in your face. Nikki even said it. We keep popping up. Like who's
Mhm.
going to be the person popping up for you? You want to be that person so that I'm not the one or somebody else, Sean is not the one or whoever isn't the one getting rewards from your work that you're doing because you did it for a week or for a month or 3 months. Like you want to be the one that you're like, "Oh my gosh, I keep seeing it. Is this a sign?" So those are just some things like key things that you can do. I also see that Heather popped on here and said, "You love and believe in the product." So is that
Mhm.
something did you see results with the product yourself? Do you have a favorite? Like what do you recommend?
Let me share with you guys. I was drinking multiple cups of coffee a day with an energy drink, with pre workout. I was just caffeinated. And now with these products, I drink the skinny coffee and I have burn, skinny. Maybe if I during the day, if I need something else, it's like a clean matcha. But I got rid of everything else. Everything else, I don't have to take any of that other craziness and my anxiety raising because I'm so caffeinated. And it's just, that's all I'm taking. And our greens too, you guys. I've been diving in and research and stuff. And I actually just bought some more greens. But greens is one of the reasons why I signed up with the company originally. And it has spirulina. If you guys know anything of that, research spirulina. It is so good for you. It's good for cancer, muscles. Oh my God, you see, I will get off topic. Anyways, sorry guys. You see how I keep going?
No, we
So
love that because
research it, guys, because it's so good for you.
yeah, I think
Mm.
that's the thing is just take some time if you haven't, like she said, is there's keywords. You can look at each product and go Google those words and have it for yourself. But again, it's the main thing is don't overthink it and try the product. I think that's going to be
Mhm.
your best thing is when you fall in love with something, it's so easy to talk about. And you may only love a few, and that's okay because there might be other products that people love that you don't, but that's what they're looking for. And so again, when we're doing these Zooms, it's just showing you all the different backgrounds and who's having the success and why, what is the key to success? Like, what is it? And it's truly coming back to kick fear to the curb. You're not gonna die. I promise you, when you put a post up, when you start to message people, the worst case they're gonna do is they're not gonna reply or they're gonna say no. And I'd rather that than not try at all. So for whatever reason, we're always like so nervous about that, right? But like, just get it out there because you could be that next person that literally is up here sharing, well, I just started and I just love the stuff and opened my mouth to people and opened my Facebook and my social media about what I'm doing. And I love that. So have you started any host to post? Are you really kind
Mhm.
of just putting it out there?
Yes, I have started Host to Post. Host to Post has started growing my community even more on Facebook because I did drift away from Facebook and I was just solo on Instagram. So my friends and followers are growing. But we also have to remember it's not going to happen overnight. Yes, yes it does, but it really isn't because we're planting the seeds right now and we're creating community and people have to believe in you and they have to believe in the products. And I also get a lot of do you have any before and afters of your friends? I get that a lot. So I'm so grateful that I have all these girls on our team that have posted their before and afters. But yeah, host to post is flipping amazing. And it's they want to know who you are, and you're creating organic relationships. So when they feel comfortable with you, oh, it's golden right there. It's done. Game over. And be
So
humble.
how are you doing the host to post? Do you have a set time that you're reaching out and asking? Do you just do it throughout your day? How are you
Host to
getting them out?
post, I start a host to post when I know that I don't have to touch, I mean, well, when I'm not working. So I'll start it early in the morning, maybe in the middle of the day, or when I'm ending my morning clients, I'll start a host to post so that when I'm done, I can have an hour or two to reach out to them, because I dislike having all these messages in there and I'm not able to respond back right away. So that's what bothers me, but I make sure I have a little bit of time to respond back to everybody that is messaging me.
So even you guys, if you are busy, a mom that she is working 7 days a week, she just said that, like, you're gonna find windows that you can actually work the business. It's putting the priority to what you want. Do you want to change your life? Are you willing to give up TV to make some money and get ahead for Christmas or pay Christmas for cash? Or, what's that next year? I can't believe we're gonna be talking about 2025, and dreams, and what are we gonna do different that we can make 2025 a better year than 2024. And so, this is it. It's deciding, it's applying what we're doing and being consistent with it and planting the seeds. Like that's kind of your revolving door always of like, what am I doing? I'm always growing my network. I'm constantly talking, showing different before and afters. Like I always say, hey, in my inbox, I'm like, go scroll my page. You're going to see so many different before and after pictures. You can see my life. You can see other people's success. So again, if you need to copy someone, you always can copy me. Like there's so many different things on there that you can go save for later. So my page is a lot of content for you guys that you should be set for like months and years if you just
Unlimited content.
save it because it works. And if you're needing help, the community is great. I promise you, like we're here to help you boost your confidence, cheer you on, whatever you do. But squeaky wheel gets the oil. You got to be loud and you got to ask. And those are a couple of the things that I see, again, when I'm looking at people that are having the success, those are the top things that I see over and over, and utilizing whatever platform you love. And being able to, Nikki loves Instagram, that's where it was, but she wasn't afraid to bring it back over to Facebook and learn host to post or get back into host to post and grow her network. So I'm so glad that you shared that, for people that are like, okay, well, what if I'm mainly on Instagram? Well, you can do, you know, post to post on Instagram. We learned that a couple weeks ago. Like we've got all these weekly Zooms that you will have plenty of notes to get from and then apply everything that you've done. So that's make sure that you can do that. If you guys can't Facebook friend me, you can follow me so that you can see all of my stuff. Like all of my stuff is on public, so you can see that. I have probably my limit of friends that I can accept, but you can do that. So you always go to my page at least and then kind of look at that. Nikki, is there something that you're just like, I really want to share this tip? This is something that I feel like's worked. Maybe locking in the customers or something like, or distributors, like, give us that tip. I didn't even touch on that. Like, are your distributors coming from potential customers, or did you just go for it and like, I'm just going to ask people?
I ask everybody. I don't even care anymore. Everybody needs it. Everybody needs something that we have. And I want to end with, because this is real, even when growing my business for body sculpting, you got to show up every single day. That's it. Just show up. Show up, show your face, show the love to everybody in the world, and stay positive. Because when you stay positive, oh my goodness, don't post the ugliness on Facebook or Instagram. You post the love, and I promise the love comes right back to you guys.
I love that, you guys, and I think something that's important on your shirt is remember your why. We always get started.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's just so perfect that you have that on because we all got started for a why, whether that's, you know, getting product to feel better about ourselves, maybe you got started because you did need to make money, but you've got started for a reason. And what is that? Are you working towards that why? Like my first goal was $1,000. Why? Because we didn't have money. Why? Because I was sick of being broke. I was sick of never seeing my husband. Why? Because I wanted to be able to be a yes mom to my daughter. Why? Because I wanted more. There's all of these things that you should be writing down. And it's not a bad thing to know your why and what are you doing this for? And then it's going to change. And then the why becomes a little bit more like, why do we and Joel continue to show up week after week, year after year? It's because we want to be able to give back where people gave back to us. That feeling is so incredible to be able to impact somehow in a way of whether that was we influenced you in a positive way, like Nikki just said, and cheer you on in your life, maybe not even the business here. Or maybe it's the health reasons, so those are all incredible, incredible tips. And I want to leave you guys with this because this was something that happened to me and Joel this weekend is, we love what we do. And so usually, you see us posting about it multiple times a day in our stories on all of our platforms. Um, and we were out to dinner and I like to gamble. So we're at the casino at the restaurant there. So on our way out, I was just like, I'm just going to quick get a water on the way out and went over and a girl said, "Hey, you guys are still doing It Works, right?" And so I was like, "Well, yeah." And she said, "I did that years ago." She did it like 8 years ago, you guys. And I said, "Really? We have changed so much." So here's the thing. Don't be afraid to talk about it. We have done a 180. I go, "Oh my gosh, we are new branding. We have new products that people want. We've got like catch products that everybody's looking for with our burn product. Like that's such a conversation starter. I mean, we have changed so much. We've got an amazing app. Our website's been updated. So I get excited when people say that and they did it years ago. I'm like, you need to come back. Like people want this. Everybody's coming back and they want the product. Somebody's got to make the money. You should do it." You guys, she joined. She was so curious. I got her on Facebook. This is what I did. So I said, "I know you're working." She was a bartender. Opened up my Facebook and said, "What's your Facebook? Find it for me and then inbox me or I'll inbox you. Hey girl." So I just said, "Hey girl," just so as I walked out, I knew I could message her because I didn't want to take away from her work. And then that night she messaged me and I knew, okay, she's very serious about what we do. Regardless, I was going to be in her inbox the next day. Like I already knew that,
She beat you to it.
but she beat me to that. And I was like, I told Joel, I go, "She's going to join. I already know that. Like she's curious and I'm excited because we do have such a different product lineup. Still some great core ones that we've always had and how we get paid is so good now. Like we never had it where you get customers and you get paid weekly. So she decided and she joined us. So be prepared when you're out and about. You never know who you're going to talk to. That bartender doesn't want to be bartending the rest of her life. That waitress doesn't want to do that. That might be a second or even a third job. So it was such a good reminder to me and Joel of like, I need to remember to offer this to every single person when I'm out, not just on social media. So hopefully those tips are something that you guys can take into action because we have last week of the month already. I can't even believe that month end is on Saturday. So, we got to start stacking these customers and distributors so you can earn your $100, earn $200, get your Christmas cash locked in. So many of you have, and so I'm excited to see how many more are going to do that. Nikki, I expect you to get another one. I absolutely believe that. You got to show up now. We just called you out. So I'll be in your inbox being checking on you and seeing what you're doing. But you guys don't overcomplicate it. Just get it out there. People are looking. You're never going to say the wrong thing to the right person. So that's what I want to leave you guys with is just get out there and do the work. If you don't know some of these tips that we've talked about or the language host to post, don't be afraid to get into the person that brought you on board or ask in a team page, "Hey, what is host to post? I've never heard of this before. I want to learn. What are the successful people doing?" And then that person or somebody is going to be able to help you. But that is it. Like we're ready to go on fire. Nikki, I appreciate you so much that it's no wonder that you are where you decided to be because I think being the light, being positive, that the world needs more of that. And so excited to see where you go from here. Only up, girl. Like I'm excited.
Only up. I have my goals and we're all going to do it. Everybody on this chat, everybody's doing it, guys. We're doing it
Yes.
together.
Yes,
Yes.
that is right, you guys. All right, Joel's gonna close us in prayer, and then we will see you guys December. Oh my gosh, it's already gonna be into December when we see you next week. So excited for next week's Zoom as well.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this amazing team. We are so grateful and thankful for everything that you do for us, not just this week during the holiday season, but every day, God. I just ask that you would continue to pour out blessings over every single one of these people listening to my voice right now. Just give them the great abundance that you've provided for them. They just need to go out and pick it up and do the work. Bless them and their families as they gather. Help everybody to be safe that's traveling, and help everybody to have great times and make amazing memories. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, guys, have a good week. Happy Thanksgiving. We love you all.